Hey everybody, it's Courtney with Pieces Love and Quilting. Hi for those that are showing up. Thank you for being here. Today we're doing the striped heart paper piecing. And hello Linda and hello Nancy. So this is what we're working on today. I'm going to give it a few more minutes for people to show up. We're going to also do it in the 6-inch size for a fun test block. And then the other heart block that we didn't get to do because I've had some family things, I will do a recording and you guys can go from there. It will be dropped while I'm gone. So, hi Terry. And as soon as we get a couple more, we'll start doing it. But I will give you reminders. Make sure you have your ruler or add a quarter ruler. I prefer not to use it because you already have a 1/4 inch on your little rulers. You're going to need a regular rotary cutter for your fabric, paper scissors, paper rotary cutter, and fabric scissors. Hello Shirley, long time no see. So I picked out, and I'll show you guys what my fabric colors are. Some purple, some pink, it's like a grunge pink, another type of pink, and some white fabric. I'm going to go ahead and pop down. So you see, I have all my items. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention, pins to find your corner pieces, if you were to add them together, which we will not need this time because there's no adding pieces together. And while you find your corner pieces, you also need some wonder clips if you want. But, Terry, get your butt over here and watch me. Just kidding. But like today, we're just doing this pattern. It should be in my description box below. If not, it should be in my Google Drive that I shared with everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and work on pressing the lines so that we get started. Because I like to pre-crease my fabric beforehand. Because it helps. I would have had this already on freezer paper, but I chose not to do that today because I could find it again and get it that way. Okay, so Terry. I know some of you are doing this with me, and I'm hoping, here's my thing, I am hoping this helps, because I know big projects like Donna or Becca are doing, of like these legit kits, you could feel overwhelmed and not having the experience in the small versions. So I'm hoping this helps for most of you. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting. And you need a glue stick for your first block because it will help hold it down for you. And make sure you're following the numerical order because that's how your pieces will lay. And if you have questions, please be able to ask. I'm not going to hide secrets or anything. When you go to your sewing machine, you need to make sure you have your stitches smaller while you're doing this. I'm going to trim off the excess fabric so I'm not having a boatload of it laying around. In that little bowl over there. And then we're going to roll it over. And I'm going to just press it with my fingers for these little rollers before I have to go actually use the. And then we're going to go to the next step, which you get to actually pre-cut your fabric ahead of time so you know how much you need off of it. Make sure you don't cut other fabric or papers. And I'm already on the third step, which is adding more white fabric, and you line it up with the previous fabric that you cut at a 1/4 inch, and then you can go sew on it. Keep them. What is everybody's plans for the weekend? Anything fun and exciting? And then I need to cut a new piece because none of these are big enough for the next spot. Is anyone going to have fun with family or? I know that I'll be trying to work on my long arm because this girl only has 1 week left and she'll be gone for a week. I'm going to sew that on and we're going to go again. As long as you keep going in the numerical order, you will be fine. Hey, Dorlin. I'm going back and do that again, and you keep repeating pretty much until you have all your blocks. awesome. You just have to inspire yourself. I will tell you that I will be working my husband's side of the family and mine. But I do know I want to try and get things done before we leave because I don't want to be worrying when I should be relaxing. Sounds like the mailman's early. So I got the top part of my heart done, and we're going to fold over and trim this all off as a 1/4 inch. And yes, my little ruler is not big enough to do that. And then I'm going to use this pink strip to put it on. I'm going to cut about here. What I'm doing is trying to see if I can salvage as much of that strip. Okay, Dora Lynn. And please know that I'm going to make sure you guys have a Google Doc if you don't want to go back through the videos to do it again. So that way you can get to them. Oops, I forgot the camera. Sorry, guys. And there's that strip. And then we need a purple strip. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be somewhat big enough that you're actually able to do this. And it looks like I may need a press now, because I don't want to have any fabric linking up in somewhere. We're going to fold over the next step as we go. Finger press, because sometimes some fabrics you can actually just finger press and do it. And then we're going to fold over and trim again. And now we're going to go back to this big piece of fabric that needs that. And yes, I'm cutting a bigger piece because you want to make sure you're covering your space. And then we're going to go back to the machine. Any questions I can help you guys with? And then I'm going to finger press again. As long as you go in numerical order, you should know which way to go. If it's not in number form in the patterns, it could be that it's in alphabetical. So when you're doing alphabetical, you're just going to follow that. And big patterns like this, and I'll bring out the paper for that, will come with what letterings the fabric goes to. Now we need a big piece of white fabric. There's different numbers for certain areas, and it just depends. You just keep going and make sure you have a 1/4 inch. I know some people do 3/8 inch out of 3/8 out of 1/8, but I prefer 1/4 inch so that it makes sure I get it covered. And then I take the glue stick for this corner so that while I'm still trying to get the other corner done. And I'm going to go ahead and trim the extras because that's my preference so that I know that I have enough space. The reason I pre-crease my paper is so that I don't have to chase down trying to fix it. I'm going to cut another big piece just to be safe. And then we're going to be on the last piece. So now we're on the last piece. We can go ahead and press and making sure everything is neatly flat. And then that way I can trim all the rest of it. And then we can go ahead and trim it and take the paper out. Yes, most people would leave the paper in, but I know that I'm going to add sash into mine to help even out the blocks. Because I know we have some 10s, we have some 6, we have some 4s, and mine are going to all have sash into them. And my stick iron is being noisy, and I'm sorry. If you're not adding sashing and you're just going to add them together, that is your choice. I would recommend leaving the paper in. But if you're going to just do sashing, you don't have to do leaving the paper in. Excuse me. And I'm almost done. I got one corner left. There's my piece. And if you want to do 3 or 4 of those, you can, of different sizes. That is your choice, and you can do. Even though we're doing our piece by piece quilt together with friends. So I hope this helps. I know this one was really short, but I will see you guys next time.